break continues, and the Zimbabwe senior national football team, the Warriors, arriving in Bloemfontein last night ahead of their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against South Africa. That's at Free State Stadium tomorrow. The team trained at the Central University of Technology, Bloemfontein, as they switch their focus to that match against Bafana. It's a must-win match for the Warriors, who were stunned 2-0 by Lesotho last Friday and find themselves anchoring Group C with just 2 points from 3 matches. Well, as we build up to that game against Bafana tomorrow, Ngezi Platinum Stars midfielder Richard Hachiro has been added to that Warriors squad to face South Africa. That's at Free State Stadium tomorrow. The highly rated Hachiro is expected to boost interim coach Jairus Tapera's options in midfield ahead of the crucial tie with Bafana. Speaking and reflecting on that defeat to Lesotho on Friday, Jairus Tapera, they blamed basic defensive errors for that defeat, but said they are switching their focus to turning things around against Bafana tomorrow.
You know, some of these movements, they need time to continuously do the movements so that these guys will understand it. But minus the time to work on it, it becomes very difficult. But we are soldiering on. We would want to probably have a way to tour with the players that we have at the moment. Probably we've got a day or so in terms of rectifying those mistakes. I'm very much confident that they are professionals. I think they will understand what we need them to do, and they will do it right, I'm sure. No, I think I will take this game. This is the loss that we got. It's history. And against Bafana, it's a different game altogether. It gives us time we have time to probably sit down and organize, probably have 1 or 2 of the games that Bafana are playing and see how we can then react to their movement. I'm very sure that we can. It's a different game. We might, perform differently against Bafana.
Well, that's what we would expect, that the Warriors perform differently. It was absolutely dismal the way they performed against Lesotho. Very disappointing. We had spoken on several of the shows that we have here on ZTN Prime and even in different forums about the need for us to pick up 4 points. Well, we've already minimize our chances of doing that following that defeat to Lesotho. But if you look at the group standings, obviously Zimbabwe anchoring that group with 2 points. South Africa have got 4 points. Nigeria have got 2 points. Benin 4 points as well. Lesotho, by virtue of that win against us on Friday, topped the group with 5 points. So it's not over yet, but if we want to even entertain any hopes of making this qualifying campaign something worth our while, it will be critical that we get 3 points. A draw is not going to be good enough against Bafana. Hugo Bruce, the Bafana coach, he's saying for them, they have to win against Zimbabwe. So it's going to be a crunch tie. It'll be interesting to see how the inclusion of Richard Hachiro, who plays primarily as a defensive midfielder, will alter the way the team is lined up. I think he can come in that defensive midfield role, hopefully free up players like Marshall Monetsi, who can now play more as an 8, sort of like a box-to-box midfielder. And we can see the likes of Ndidi Nomota, who didn't really light up the game as we expected, as we'd seen him do against Rwanda and Nigeria, having more freedom, having more control. Watching Bafana, especially that 1-1 draw against Nigeria, you can tell they're very organized, very technical side. So if we need to be organized primarily in ourselves from a defensive perspective, but if we are to make inroads, I think we also need to figure out how to get the best out of the squad that we have. I believe we have the players. It's just about aligning them and making sure that we stem out some of the horrific mistakes, especially defensively, that we witnessed against Lesotho last Friday.